Yo, what's up, people? How you doing today? Just sort this out real quick. Here we go soon. Alright, we're nearly ready. Just go into the watch page. So let's just sort this out. I don't think it's anybody here yet. Alright, nearly ready. Okay, that's done. All right. So how are we doing today, everybody? Hope everyone's well. So I might be going to the gym later, so just see what I feel like doing. Yeah. So I didn't go yesterday because I went the day before or the night before, and went pretty hard with that. So you don't want to like do too much and then not be recovering properly, because I've done that before where I've gone too hard with it and just it's not a good idea. It's kind of like when people do the hustle culture thing and then they take it too far. Let's say that too much of a good thing becomes a bad thing, because you have to have enough of a time away from it to recover and stuff. Same with if you're working all the time, that can lead to burnout. So it's not good. It's you don't want to stress your body out and not have the ability to yeah. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Hello, Indigo. Yeah. What can be lonely? So like we're just talking about how burning yourself out isn't good. Got to just kind of do things in moderation is what I'd say. I mean, I try just to kind of learn to just enjoy being by myself, because you don't want to be in that position where you are dependent on that. Because let's say you was to find somebody, then that could make you quite insecure about it all and worried that they're going to leave you and all this kind of shit. So you want to be at a point where you can be happy without it. That you shouldn't be relying on somebody for your happiness. You got to find it within you. So, yeah. Do you get approached by women on the street? No, I don't. Never. Apart from one time where like someone offered to high five me or something. Hello, Mr. Mark. Hello, Alter. Hello, Dhruv Joshi. How to break or bridge the difference between the observer and the observed, basically bridging subjectiveness and objectiveness. That's a bit of a yeah. I don't know what to say about that. Really, that's a bit of a philosophical question, I guess. Sense is that you need a young child. Why not? What you mean? You don't need anything, you know. Thank you for the follow, GK. You don't need anything, you know. Hello, Vanessa. How you doing? Like nobody needs anything. Hello, whoever's just joined. Welcome in. But hello, Boost Nations. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hello, Forshid. How you doing? Where do I see myself in the future? In your mama. No, I'm just messing. Hello, jambalaya. Isn't that the name of a food or something? Jambalaya. Untouchable. What you're saying? I don't know. Oh, thank you. So yeah, so someone was asking if I got approached. I mean, there's a time where some women's like just I was coming home from something, and then thank you for the follow on. I just kind of someone offered to high five me. Another time was I was in the gym, and then because I'd had my haircut, so some girl noticed it or something. But I don't know what you would call that an approach or whatever. But it was just yeah, but hardly ever really. I mean, guys tend not to really get approached. Hello, Gerard. How you doing? Hello, Schmagnum. I'm not into Warhammer now. Hello, Lean. A lot of autistic people are into Warhammer. Like, I'm on the spectrum, but I never got into it. And a lot of people played Warhammer and stuff, and they really enjoy that. Thank you for following. Yeah, how you doing? Also saying, Ponzi, you're finished, mate. What you on about? Like, can we just be nice in here or something? I mean, St. Andrew says, has a man ever approached you in the street? No, I mean, I remember I was walking around somewhere and some guy was like, thank you for the follow. I don't know if he was drunk or whatever, but he was saying something like, you got star quality or something like that. I don't know, I get random stuff sometimes and I don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone's well today. I'm doing fine, thank you. Ibchisam, how are you doing? Yeah, shout out to Indigo. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of this altar person. They're just being nasty. Hang on. Let me just get rid of that. We don't need any of that crap in here, do we? Hello, Timur Hubandi. How you doing, mate? If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. That'll be really appreciated. So yeah, I'm live every day, so welcome. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, Nan Toto, thank you for the likes. How are you doing today? Hello to you, everybody. Hello, Juan. How's it going? I'll sub for the eye candy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Apparently, yeah. It seems like I don't know. More guys seem to hit on me than females. Actually, I don't know. But again, women oftentimes are not the ones to approach. So, hello, Sizer. How you doing? Hope you well. Yeah, it's like I don't know that men are expected to be the ones to make the first move, basically, for the most part. I think there is some women who will approach, but like, yeah. Anyway, but if you're a guy that thinks that if you just try and look better and blah blah blah, blah that you will get approached, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen for the most part. The thing is, the types that you'll get approached by, you might not even be that into anyway, just because usually the really attractive women that you might be going after, if you're an attractive guy yourself, would probably have a lot of other guys after them anyway. So why would they need to approach any guy? You know? So this is the thing, even if you do get approached by a lot of these women, I'm not saying that's every time, but a lot of them would probably just kind of, anyway. But hope everyone's well today. Welcome to my live. If anybody's new here, please subscribe to the channel. That would be great. And let's just check the watch page second. Am I missing any comments or something that's gone quiet? Or is that just because the chat's gone dead or something? I don't know. But nice to see you, Rose. How you doing? Hope all is well. Anyway, we've got Bryce. How you doing? Hello. Anmol Kapoor. Oh, thank you. Hello, Lean. So what's it? There's a lot of women don't take rejection well. Well, I mean, a lot of men don't either. But they were saying that, yeah, women are usually can take things a bit more personally, you could say. Thank you for likes, Gloria. How you doing? But it's like men are expected to have to deal with all the rejection. I don't know. Jake, how you doing? But you're supposed to be like tough and be able to deal with that as a man. Like there's a lot of expectations on men to have to deal with things that they're being told that a lot of men are being told that they shouldn't cry, they shouldn't show their feelings, and blah blah blah. You got to be tough, and it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't understand why people don't. What you on about? You want to just get out of here then? All right. If you got nothing good to say, then you're out of here. You know. Why should I deal with people like that? Eh? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? Yeah, I live in York, Bryce. What about yourself? I mean, it would be nice for men to be like hit on. I think, by more women, I guess. I think that would probably make men a bit more, confident with that. But then a lot of women, like you said, they're just kind of they might struggle with the rejection thing. I don't know. I guess they kind of would more base their self worth on, on that. But like, I don't know. So they can maybe take it more personally. I don't know. But like I said, a lot of men would probably take it personally as well. Like rejection, it's shit, because what they're saying is, oh, I don't like you or something. Basically, I'm not into you or something. But sometimes it isn't even that. Even that's the case, because sometimes, well, there's different things going on with their life. Maybe they're with somebody else, or maybe there's some other reason. Maybe they're just not looking for anybody at that moment in time, or there's a whole bunch of reasons why you could be rejected that have nothing to do with you. So you've got to just kind of, not let it kind of knock you, basically. Thank you for the follow, Nanita. Yeah. Kathleen, hello. Everyone just needs to grow up. Manners go a long way, I know. Oh, yeah, President Putin. I've heard that a million times before. Okay. No, I thought, no, it was Zelensky I've heard a lot before, not Putin. Hello, Thomas. Oh, really? Oh, really? Hello, Gloria. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're well. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel. Have you heard of Big Lenny, the bodybuilder? Big Lenny. Big Lenny. I don't think I've heard of Big Lenny. Don't think so. Big Ramy, I've heard of. Big Ramy. Hello, Chris Elder. There's someone called Big Ramy who's like a massive bodybuilder guy. Thank you for the follow, Chunizra. How you doing? Hope you're well. So, what do you guys think on this thing called physique inflation or gym inflation or whatever? Even things like strength standards and stuff like that, where people think you're weak unless you can bench 100 kilograms, even though a very small percentage of men can bench even anything close to that. Hello, Puma. How you doing? Hello, Sky. How are you today? Yes, bro. Don't stop talking. Oh God, here we go again. Hello to you, Chunizra from Thailand. How are you doing today? Thank you for following Knitting Fins 88. Hope you're well. So I think it's a problem where people think that, if you look like, what is it? Hello, Knitting For example, it's like the whole dad bod thing where it's like you're considered as a dad bod if you look like, say, Henry Cavill or whatever. I mean, it's just like what kind of post can't bench 100 kg? Well, what percentage of men actually? I've heard it's very small percentage. Maybe the percentage of gym goers is higher, but like in the general population, it's actually quite low. I mean, it can take people years to get to 100 kilogram bench press. And you've also got to factor in that there's different genetics, and some people have different leverages, and some people just, yeah, hello, Mercy. Like maybe they're better at other exercises and stuff. And we can't just use some arbitrary number as some kind of, hello, Fernie, how you doing? Like it's just, people are just kind of really kind of, I don't know, the whole thing of numbers, like it's like that, it's just, you got to be able to do a certain thing. In America, it's 225 or whatever. It's like, what does any of that really matter if they can't quite hit that or something? It's like, but if they're just generally quite athletic and fit, I think that's more important. Like if somebody can, kind of run up a flight of stairs and not get out of breath or something like that. Hello, Ashery, because some of the guys in the gym who are like, they might be quite sort of strong and all that, but they're not really fit, especially if they have a lot of extra body fat, and you know what I mean. So I think it's important to have a balance of strength as well as cardio and things like that. So okay, well, why don't you just go away if you have a problem? Just leave me alone, then. I don't know why people will bother. Just get out of here then if you have a problem. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Hope everyone's well. So yeah, standards. It's like some people even think that you're not strong even at up to like say even 150 kilogram bench press or something. You know, Little Lyra. It's like the standards are getting more and more outrageous over time for a lot of people, where they're like someone will say something's a mid physique if you're, wine. Thank you for the likes. If you say like look like, I don't know, like a peak natural bodybuilder or something. Apparently that's a mid physique nowadays, because they've been so skewed by social media, as well as just because so many people are on gear nowadays. Hello, Expressing, how you doing? Hope you're well. So that's skewing people's perceptions of what's, naturally attainable and realistic. So that can be a bit of a problem where people can have that sort of, it could affect somebody's mental health, you could argue. So thank you for follow, Lyra. But on the flip side, you could argue in some cases that now there was an argument that it might be a good thing that it encourages people to get better, but I don't like the whole pressure that it's putting on people, though. I think it's pretty good in it, honestly, mate. What do you mean? Hello, Geo Ferry. How you doing? Welcome in. Nice to meet you. If anybody's new, make sure you subscribe. It should, encourage you to do that with the poll that I put out. But yeah, thank you for the follow, Gene. How are you doing today? Lids, thank you for the likes. I just think there's a lot of, Hello, I'm Ellie. But social media has been responsible for a lot of just delusional kind of, thank you for the follow, Imus. Like where people think that, you should work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, Thank you for follow, Scrabble. Hello, Buckle Up. How's it going? Bryce says Harry Potter. Yeah. I used to have some Harry Potter books, and I've seen like a couple of the films, but yeah, thank you for liking. Yeah. How many likes we on now? Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, Bryce, where are you from, by the way, anyway? How are you doing and what are we talking about? We're just talking about you know, the whole kind of how, like this social media stuff can affect people's mental health, like where people are being shamed for having a pretty good body, but people are making out like it's, mid to below mid. Like someone could, show that they've been going to the gym consistently for 5 or even 10 years plus, and then people shitting on it. Like, G man, housing, healthcare, dental, optical, pharma should all be free. Now, some argue, well, then that just ends up increasing taxes, but then they'll say, well, we should increase taxes for rich people, and then it would be, yeah, free if we're, yeah. What about food? I suppose if people could grow their own food or something, that would be free as well. So, hello, Gary, how you doing? Hope you're well. It's like, yeah, if people were taught how to grow their own food, maybe that's something that should be in the friggin' school curriculum or something. Why don't they teach people how, actual life skills like growing your own food and how to harvest water and how to, clean it, stuff like that. How to, hello, artistry with Jamvi. Favorite movie? I don't know, really. I don't know. Look, I mean, I suppose Avatar was really good with all the, how it was animated, so like good like that. But yeah, thank you for the follow, Gary. How you doing today? Hope you're well. Hi, Carol. How you doing? How you think and feel about yourself is the most important opinion at the end of the day. Well, yeah, that's true. A lot orange. How's the weather in Australia today? I don't know. I'm from England. But is there anyone in Australia right now? Is there anyone from Australia? How's the weather in Australia? I'm guessing it's in their summer, isn't it, right now? Bottle of water, yeah, that's the same in Britain. So, but for some reason, some people think I sound like I'm from Australia or something. Hello, Kurt. Never going to sub now, never ask for it, earn it, or whatever. Just go away then. You know what I mean? Just go away. Like, Usher says, teach how to drink water, breathe air, and eat food. Well, we know how to eat food, right? But more in terms of like how to harvest food as well as grow food, I think would be, yeah, eat drinking water. I mean, I think you're just trying to take the piss now, aren't you? Right. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of anyone that's just a piss taker. Not in Australia. I'm somewhat better. New Zealand. Oh, all right. Why do you hate Trump? I don't hate Trump. I just don't like him. He's just another, just kind of mad politician guy. I don't trust any of those people. So anyway, hello, Alex John. You look like my brother. Oh, really? Well, I don't know what your brother looks like. Am I an Arsenal fan? I'm not an Arsenal fan now. Hi, Lucy. Are the Aussies closer to Brits or Americans personality wise? I don't know. They're kind of like, yeah, I would probably say Brits just because, like, I don't know, they have closer ties to Britain, I think, don't they? Because a lot of them directly like descend from, not directly, but as in like a lot of them have, a lot of British descent, sort of like, so it would kind of make sense that I think there's a lot more similarities with the UK, I guess. But yeah, like I mean, America's like quite different in a way, but yeah, he's literally trying to take over Greenland. Yeah, and then there's this whole thing with Venezuela as well. I mean, it's just all, I don't know, it's just all getting ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, there's no such thing as a good politician, exactly. Now, some people say, hello, artistry, how you doing? Hello, curbing stomper. Um, Listen, idiot Trump is a genius. He knows way more than you will ever know. So, how about you do some genuine research and trust the potential lead of the world? Capiche? Are you being ironic or something? Why would you trust the leader of the world? Are you more liberal or conservative? Um, I think that like I would argue that I take some bits from both. I guess. I mean, hello, Michelle. How you doing? Like, I could be liberal on some issues, but then more conservative on others. Like, for example, I'd be more. I can be liberal on some things. Like I'm kind of like a person that's like, as long as you're not like hurting anybody or anything like that, you're free to have your own, kind of beliefs and all that. We should be like accepting of each other's, and all that. But also, I can be conservative in some ways. Like I do think there's value in like some traditions and stuff like that. So I would say that being somewhere in between is a more balanced sort of like thing. It seems like they want us all to be trying to pick a side, and then not kind of falling for that kind of dichotomy, false dichotomy sort of thing. David Beckham, um, what's that? So Trump's smart in certain things, but going to war with the allies is diabolical. Yeah, why would you do that? I don't know. It's hello, yes, yes. Oh yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah. Um, what's that? You do realize Trump is trying to release the Epstein files on? Really? I would. Are you trying to be sarcastic here or something? I mean, if anything, wasn't Trump trying to like suppress all that stuff because he's in it or something? I don't know. I don't know really, but what you're on about? Hang on, let's get rid of this one. Yeah, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Anyway, yeah, beans on toast or for meal is regular AF. As an American, I don't get why people find it weird. I mean, a lot of people in Britain have beans on toast, actually. Hello, Wildcats Life. How you doing? Yeah, must be being sarcastic for real. Yeah, because anyone that really thinks that, I mean, I don't know. Thank you for follow Dad's fave. That's just ridiculous to me, but I'm good. That's good to hear. Where's everybody from then? I'm going to war with Venezuela. I'm from Ghana. Oh yeah, hello Mohammed. Oh yeah, Epstein Files is another major headline here. Apparently, he's trying to hide the fact he's on there. Yeah, that's what they're saying. But I remember some people were saying that what if the whole Epstein Files is just some kind of distraction to try and, I don't know, keep the masses distracted. Like, look here while something else is going on elsewhere, kind of thing. I don't know. It just seems to be all, I don't know, because it hasn't really been released, and it's just supposedly there was some leak, but then it wasn't like a proper leak. It's just, I don't know. I'm just skeptical of all these things. Really, it's like it's like they just want to dangle the carrot and just have everyone. Oh, look over there. I don't know. It just it's just something about the whole Epstein files and the fact that the media is all over that. But oh, look, they're going to release the Epstein files. It's just, I don't know. I'm just a bit of a. I was not expecting the Trump impression. Well, expect the unexpected. Yeah. I've also got an Andrew Tate impression as well that I do. I use the sunglasses for it because it makes it look more authentic. So, so my friend Donald Trump, they're trying to discredit him by saying he's on the Epstein files. They'll probably say that I'm on the Epstein files because the Matrix don't like us. We don't support the Matrix. We are against it. The Matrix has already attacked me. So he approved declassifying docs, but then he classified all the documents with him in it, though. Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, that's my Tate thing. But I don't know. It's just all a massive circus to me. I just find it all just a joke. I don't know, but it's just mad. People get so invested in politics, but like I just kind of just zoom out and kind of just see it all as just thank you for lecture. See it all as like a theater, like it's just some kind of I don't know. Like these people are supposed to be like running the countries and stuff, but yet a lot of them just act like children. Like it's like you'll get in this country like where you get like where's it when you get like the House of Commons meetings and the way that they just all throw insults at each other like they're children. It's like they're on a school playground where they're all just laughing at each other like it's some kind of people are supposed to be running the fucking country, you know? Hello, Swartzen. Can you speak English? The world's a stage. I know. They say the world's a stage, and we are merely the was it spectators or something like that? Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah. Um, yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I just don't trust hardly anything, but at the same time, I'm not just gonna trust in conspiracy theories and stuff that people put out there on the internet because I feel like a lot of them are put out as like, what if some of the conspiracy stuff is actually like psyops? Because that's what I think some of it is. That the conspiracy is a conspiracy. If you get me, it's like they're trying to put certain things out to discredit or whatever, or to distract people from more important things, perhaps, like, and just that's what I think this could be going on. Hello, Adosh. How you doing? Nothing is coincidence, right? We're immediately the players. Yeah, that was it. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just feel like some of the stuff that gets put out is a lot. Some of it is BS, and like you're thinking too deep. What you mean? I'm just saying. I think some things are put out there to some conspiracy stuff is not actually real, and they do it deliberately. Why do certain things get put out there and into the mainstream? Is that a coincidence? Hello, Ole Tada Costa. Like they just have people run with a bunch of shit. I mean, there is some people out there that just really quite kind of ignorant at certain things, and they just maybe it's just they have a bias towards certain things, and yeah, the government is really corrupt and all that, and it's like the people just like it's like when people auto hoax and stuff like that. And hello, Mary, how you doing? People auto hoax and just be like, for example, if there's some kind of terror attack where they just automatically assume that it was a hoax. I mean, we can't do that because we don't always know for certain. And yeah, some of it could well be, you know, staged and whatever. But it's like there's literally people out there that will say all these major events that nobody died on them, for example. You don't think that might be a bit kind of, I mean, maybe that's what they want some people to think so that they can just, you know, make any sort of skepticism of things look crazy. Like, for example, if you're saying stuff like, oh, that's a hoax or something, and then, or if you're saying stuff like, nobody died on 9/11, or things like that. I've heard people saying that before, and I'm like, well, to me, that would discredit any sort of skepticism about 9/11 and the official narrative. So whether it's intentional or not, it's not helping. That we need to have a more kind of balanced kind of view on things is what I'd say. Yeah, I've heard that before, John. Hello, Ultimate Destiny. Germ says when Barack was in office, he would make it his mission to say conspiracy theories as much as he can to dull it down and make them sound crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they will just try to use these words like conspiracy theory as a way to try and kind of like an insult almost, like it's just a way to, yeah, to take away any kind of skepticisms and stuff. And yeah, what they do oftentimes, they lump different conspiracy theories together and be like, for example, if you believe in this conspiracy, you must believe in that conspiracy kind of thing, which is what's my view on what ultimate destiny. So we just have to stay, vigilant and stay, skeptical of all these politicians who try to, to weaponize that. And if I donate €10, will you take your shirt off? Nah, I'm good. I don't need your €10, thank you. I mean, you can send it if you want, but I'm not gonna be like doing that for that. John says 2/3 of the world population have to go according to Schwab. Yeah, but I mean, is it, wherever you got that from? I mean, I've heard about like the what is it called, like depopulation agenda and all that, and there was this thing with Bill Gates where people say, "Oh, look, he's saying that he wants to depopulate," but it did seem to be taken out of context a bit. Um, and they were talking about using, like what is it, different methods of. I think what they were talking about slowing the population growth down rather than depopulating, because they were saying that the population is due to go up to like 9 billion or whatever. I mean, it's a zoo. All we can do is observe. PMQs is just a roast battle now. Yeah, pretty much. It's just ridiculous. It's just like a bunch of school children in the playground, you know? It's just really petty stuff. So anyway, thank you for the follow, DD. Hello, Yatad. How's it going? Can you speak English or something? Was it though? Look what they are doing. I mean, I agree that there does seem to be some agenda going on, and it's like, I don't know. There's a whole thing about the 2020 injection and people saying that that might be some kind of depopulation. I don't think it's. I don't think that is necessarily part of that, because there just hasn't been that many deaths, relatively speaking, from that. But like, from those injections, but like it's we don't know. I guess the long term effects. I suppose if who knows? Maybe in 10 years' time, so many people will drop down. Who knows? Because this is a thing where they pass through these injections in record time, but basically, like, they shouldn't have been able to get it out so quickly. But their excuse was, oh, because we've got this deadly pandemic, which, for the most part, wasn't really true. Like, if it was like an actual plague, okay, fair enough. If everyone's gonna die anyway, then yeah, but then it's like, not sure if the drug kills people, but it definitely sends them cuckoo. Ever since 2020, the world has lost the plot. I don't know if that's just because of the lockdowns and stuff and how that's affected communications and stuff like that. We will what do you mean? What are you talking about? Only to the Costa. Okay, unknown. Oh, that's good. But yeah, just to see the replacement rate of people in the Western world is very low due to climate change fears. Or the countries like Africa, their population rate is going up. Yeah, so wouldn't that be like contradicting that then? If they want a world depopulation, then wouldn't it be going down everywhere? Because if it's going up in Africa, then it's like, then that would end up, I don't know, cancelling it out or something. I don't know. Depends on how much it's going up in Africa, but there's a lot of people talking about the, like, yeah, population rate going down in some countries. Like replacement is like replacement rate is like just over 2. It takes at least 2. It can be, it can take at least 2 to replace a generation. And 23 CV lockdown happened when I was 18, bro. So annoying. Yeah, it's just like I was just saying about like how we got Africa has less jobs. So what you're trying to say it isn't like we're talking about the reason for less population being because of things like climate fears, not because of jobs. People are just not having as many children because they're afraid of, you know, there's this like encouragement of like antinatalism and all that kind of crap, which I think antinatalism just sounds like a bit of a cult to me, really. But the climate change is happening because they're reflecting the sun that they've admitted that they've been cloud seeding since the 50s. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about all that stuff about them trying to like mess with the sun. They're trying to do all this kind of I call thank you for like it's like they tried making it rain on Dubai and stuff like that. They've been doing a whole bunch of bullshit. I remember even when I was in Paris, there was a cloud seeding factory in Paris to make it rain or something. A little echo, which yeah, basically if you can make it rain somewhere, can that have a knock on effect elsewhere? Is a question. Because it's like you're playing God with the weather. It's like it's just dodgy stuff with that, isn't it? You just when you're playing God with the weather, you don't know what you're doing because there's that many variables with the weather. When you're trying to like interfere with the natural, flow of the weather, like you don't know what you're doing really, do you? It's like you could end up causing a cataclysm, you know? It's dangerous stuff, but they don't seem to really be caring about that. So yeah. So anyway, hope everyone's well. How's it going, Sasuk? I hope everyone's having a good day so far. But yeah, they just want us all to believe that the climate change is purely because of our actions, because people pumping out, like their emissions and stuff. But then someone was saying how it doesn't really. Someone was saying that only about 3% of the carbon produced is from that. So I don't know. That's what I remember hearing, but I don't know how true all that is. But I do feel like some of these things could be exaggerated, and yeah, I'm out. Keep spraying. Okay, take care, John. What's that? Am I talking about cataclysm or something like a cataclysmic event or something like a? I don't know. Maybe that's a bit dramatic, but yeah. Push a lot of anti-motherhood and anti-marriage. Yeah, the people being is like this whole encouragement of things like boss babes and stuff like that, which I think is actually you could say that's part of the agenda to try and encourage more women into like, basically becoming, boss babes and sort of like working their way up the career ladder and all that instead of prioritizing family, which if people want to do that, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like it's just that when it's being pushed on society, that is the right way to go, and a lot of women end up regretting it when they do it. So yeah, BBC is a lot of does a lot of that stuff, don't they? They push a lot of because you have people like was it David Attenborough who will just kind of like climate change. Child marriage, I don't think that's right, is it? I mean, child marriage, they're too young to marry, basically. As real as the world seems, it feels pretty fake. Anybody feel this? Yeah, people are fake. I find just there's a lot of faker in this world, a lot of performatism, isn't there, like in this world? So I was talking about this last night about performative activism and how people are, they are just kind of pretending to be for a certain cause, but really they don't really care about it. They're just trying to look good to other people, which is just kind of pathetic, really. Hello, Gary. Good morning. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Gary? Hello, American Sweet. Can I get a bottle of water? Yeah, there you go. You're happy now. Anyway, so yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. It's nice to have you all here this morning. Yeah. Um, Yeah, what's that? It's the music industry and all over media. Yeah, it is. It's everywhere. Even things like universities, I think they're. I don't know if it's in the universities they're trying to preach this sort of stuff. Hello, Gulu by Gulu. How you doing? Fernie says superficial people create more superficial people. Yeah, that's true. It becomes like a kind of, you know, kind of like a, it magnifies over time, I believe. Like they become more and more superficial over time. It's almost like it bioaccumulates in a way, if you get me. Like certain traits become more and more amplified over time. I guess it could be, partly passed down genetically at a certain point, eventually becoming a, part of someone's genetic code or something. I don't know. I mean, where it just becomes like a, yeah. Anyway, I've got 16 on TikTok. We've got a few on YouTube. So, yes, same. Good morning from across the pond. Awesome. I hope you're having an awesome day today. I was showing you my Tate thing, haven't I? Welcome to my live stream, brokies. So if you want to make money, if you want to get rich, you got to stop spending your money. Like, stop buying food. Who needs that? Like, they'll say, oh, you'll starve. Well, most of you guys are fat. You ain't going to starve anytime soon if you're fat. That's, it reminds me a bit of that guy called Snake Diet. Has anyone ever seen Snake Diet? He's like a really crazy guy who talks on diet and stuff. Hello, Mihaly. How you doing? I mean, I work out. Well, I work wherever I want to. That's what I do. What color is your Bugatti? Thank you for the follow, Divine. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hi, INFJ. Good to see you. How are you today? Yeah, yeah. I got 10 private jets in all different colors. Thank you for the follow, Adam. They're all in different colors. I have 30 Lambos, 40 Bugattis, 50 McLarens. Oh yeah, alpha male. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like alpha males don't eat. We photosynthesize. We're able to photosynthesize. We've gained powers. We've gained superhuman powers. As long as we believe that Jesus Christ is our savior. Well, actually, I've moved to Islam. As long as you accept Muhammad as your savior, you will be able to nourish your body with air, with sunlight. Oh God. Push-ups. I've done over 30 before, but I'm not sure how many I'll be able to do now. But yeah, winning mindset. Hello, Jesse, baby. How you doing? Yeah. I'm doing fine, thank you, B Bob. Pack back says you are my savior, bro. Huh. Oh, that's good to hear. Vader is combo. Hello. Oh God. Here we go. Yeah, some of these comments say excuses are for losers. But yeah, he made an excuse about why I lost. I mean, the guy was bigger. I'm like older, and maybe it's just the universe. Maybe the universe wanted him to win. Like maybe I could handle the loss better than he could. So they made me lose instead. I don't know. I should have won, but like I'm not trying to make excuses. But maybe the universe wanted him to whoop my ass. Thank you for subbing. Oh goodness. Thank you for following my move. I thought my comment was cooked. What's that? What are you saying? Yeah, how you doing anyway, Dave? You doing all right? Real, are you him? Andrew Tate. Yeah, I am. Thank you for the roles, and yeah, yeah. Trump and Tate are so good. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do my mouth type if anyone hasn't seen it. Watch. There we go. Thank you for the roles. And Trump in a Ford factory impression. What about what? Here is the Ford factory. The factory where Fords are made. We got Ford Mustangs. They are so great. I love the Ford Mustangs. They are very muscly cars. I love the muscly cars like I love my muscly men. Yeah, gotta love a muscly man and a muscly car. They look so tremendous and they're like really, really sexy cars. Hello there, Elliot. Hello, Force Nabbed, whatever that is. Hello, Art Joe. Thank you. Thank you for your support. That's very tremendous. You, Chris, I can do a Chris Eubank impression because he does this, doesn't he? Chris Eubank. I'm a retired boxer. Yeah, that one. Hello, Match. How you doing? Hello, user. How you doing? Um, Shoe on Head. That was a channel name. There was a channel called Shoe on Head. Is that who you're talking about? She's like this kind of, yeah. It's quite a big YouTuber. Thank you, Dean F. Thank you for your kind comment, Dean. Hello, Kiyoshi. How you doing? Truth or dare? Oh no. Thank you for the follow, Umi. I'm doing fine, thank you, Match. How are you doing? Yeah, hope everyone's well. What time is it? It's what is it? 11:35 a.m. 11:35 a.m. Yeah, no, that was. Has anyone ever seen Big Brother? The Big Brother house. Hi, Mila. How you doing? Can you try and do The Rock? Not really. Not very good with The Rock. Why do people keep saying shoe on head? Like, what's going on? I know there's a YouTuber called Shoe on Head. I don't know, but yeah. China! Hello, I am Connor. No, I'm not doing that. Um, no, I don't, Anthony. Anthony Joshua, that's yeah, yeah, Anthony Joshua, boxer, innit? What is that? What do you mean about shoe on the head or something? I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm not doing that. I thought you was on about there was a YouTuber called Shoe on Head. Yeah. So I remember she was doing some videos on the whole kind of male loneliness thing. But the thing is, we shouldn't really be trying to just. I guess we're kind of like going back to what I was saying yesterday about how certain words can be divisive. Because if you're talking about it just from like one gender or one race or whatever, then it's kind of like it can be seen as a bit divisive, I guess. It's like we should be talking about loneliness as a whole, I guess, and trying to encourage people to probably meet more, I guess, and just both men and women, because loneliness affects both men and women nowadays. There's a lot of women that are also quite lonely now as well. Thank you, bruh. Are you pro or anti-immigration? Like a lot of things, I think it's a nuanced topic, and there is some good and some bad, I would say. Like I don't agree with all the illegal stuff going on, but I think that there is some good immigration, like when we're getting skilled workers coming in from other countries, and arguably that can be of help. Thank you for follow, Quins. Nice to meet you, Kiyoshi. What's that? Are you from like Japan or something? Sounds like a Japanese name or something, or is that just a name? Kiyoshi. Uh, Konnichiwa. Anyway, did anyone ever watch a show called Takeshi's Castle? It was like a silly game show in Japan where they had all these silly like challenges and stuff. Can you do Steven Sanderson? I don't know who that is. Yeah, sorry, I'm quite. Yeah, hi, Make. How you doing? Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Hope you're doing well anyway. I don't know. I only know konnichiwa and sayonara. This just sounds like a very stereotypical kind of Japanese accent or something. Maybe the samurai master. Oh goodness. Hello, Mike. How you doing? I hope you're well. You are a colonizer. You are British. You colonized U.S. and India, or do you mean us and India? I didn't. I didn't colonize you, did I? You were talking about Britain colonized it. I mean, what's that? I mean, I didn't say anything about me being for all that, did I? I didn't say I was for colonization. Do Japan? Oh no, God, no, I can't do that on here. Um, that would be quite offensive, wouldn't it? Hi, Griselda, how you doing? I don't know what I would even say that. Um, anyway, everybody having a good day today, then hope everyone's well. Share the live out if you can. I need to get some like maybe show out later or something. I'm doing fine, thank you, Griselda. How are you doing? Hello, Gracie. How are you doing today? Is someone disrespect you? No, no, not right now, anyway. Russia, Ukraine war. Do you think it will get really bad this year? I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of sick of hearing about all these things. To be honest, it's just I don't know. There's always something, isn't there? A little mixtape. Whether it's the Ukraine war, whether it's fucking um, Israel and Palestine. It's just there's always something going on, isn't there? It's just I don't know. Thank you for the heartbeat, Mike. It's always something, always some war or some conflict going on somewhere, or something like the whole Trump thing going on. I don't know. It's just I don't watch the news. I don't want to be, concentrating on all that kind of stuff. It's all just a bunch of chaos. And okay, mate, gotta go. Okay, take care. Have a good day. Sayonara. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I can't be asked with all that stuff. It's not worth me. You know, it's Jamie Brown. You all know shit. Okay, what's your name? Mixtape. No exp. I hope you're all having a good day today. Anyway, welcome to my live. What are your plans for the rest of the day? Everyone looks like it's a decent day today. So yeah, that's good. Welcome in, everyone. Tap up your screens. One person edits. Good to see you again. I watch every day. Yeah, thank you. Welcome back. Hello, Gun Commando. Morning, Jeremy. I'm news mad me. Probably a waste of effort. Nothing ever happens. Yeah. It's just I just don't like to fill my head up with fear and negative headlines and stuff. It's like 90% of the news is negative, and then they'll just sprinkle in a bit of positivity just as a kind of little bit of relief from it. But it's usually a bunch of negative crap. It's like it seems like they just want us all to be in a state of fear and anger and whatever. Because the thing is, whatever you focus on will just, you're just perpetuating that negative state of consciousness. You want to avoid exposure to things that are toxic to you, basically. So, anyway, yeah. How many likes are we on now? Let's have a look. See how many likes the live is up to. Yeah. Hi, Monica. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. 17 likes. Cool. So, yeah. So, like it if you haven't already. Thank you for following, Sarah Zita. How are you doing today? Welcome in here. Hang on. Con Commando. Yeah, someone must have given you someone must have gifted you a subscription or whatever you call it. Thank you for the follow, Terzita. A membership, I mean. Hello, Rourke Blair. Whatever you focus on in your mind. Yeah, that's it. They say whatever you focus on will grow. Or something like energy goes where attention flows. Have you heard that before? I mean, I can sort of get down with it somewhat, but the thing is, it's people start to then go on about manifestation and stuff like that. And, if you think positive thoughts, positive outcomes will happen. Not always. I don't think it's a law of attraction. I think it's more just, that, you're at least, kind of increasing the odds of things going in your favor if you are positive about it. Nothing's guaranteed, is what I believe anyway. As it got worse, I don't know, because I thought things were dying down, and then it just starts to kind of go worse again or something. Thanks, someone. Yeah, I don't know who it was, but thank you to whoever it was, because they were gifting out subscriptions or memberships the other day. I mean, but yeah, maybe someone can gift out a few more. That would be very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So, but yeah, if people want to obviously send a super chat as well, just a one-off thing, that would be great as well if you want to help the channel. I've been getting a good few of them lately, so I appreciate all the people who kindly contribute, but it's not expected. It's it's just something that is a nice gesture. Obviously, a lot of people are struggling financially at the moment, so if you are struggling, then I don't expect you um, to be, giving any of that. So anyway, right. Anyway, uh, Fernie says more about reaction. You're in control of your reaction to a situation, but no control in manifesting. I mean, you could argue that you're in control as far as you can control the actions that you take to help you get to that point. But there are things that are out of your control that can block it in some cases. Like, for example, if you're competing with other people for a certain result, then you're not guaranteed to get it. Even if you work the hardest, there's still other things like genetics and things like that that can, be a limiting factor. It's just one of those things. But by having a positive mindset, it does increase the odds, but there's still no guarantee that you're going to be victorious. No amount of positive thinking can, overcome the sort of like all these variables that can sort of get in the way, because somebody else might want it just as bad as you, but they might be luckier with things. It's just, yeah, maybe I should try and get someone on at some point who's a manifestation guru or something, and pick their brains about this kind of stuff. There's another thing, like, what about people in Africa starving? Like, could they just manifest their way out of starving or something? I mean, hello, Justin, how you doing? Good news, the workouts are getting better. Oh, thank you. Rock says, if you can't control, don't worry about it. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't. Because what you can control, and you've got the ability to, you know, grow and excel in that. Because it feels a lot more empowering to focus on what you can control, doesn't it? You want to feel empowered, and so by being in control of certain things, then you can have a sense of empowerment from that. Whereas if you're focusing on certain things like other people's reactions or anything like that, then hello Lord Zeph, then that's actually going to take a hold of you, isn't it? It's going to possess you. It's like they say, whatever you don't possess possesses you. So like all you can do is possess your own thoughts and your own reactions to things. But if you're letting other people or other situations, circumstances and stuff affect you, then you're at the mercy of that. And that's not a good position to be in. Um, So, but yeah, confidence, I would say, is earned. Like real confidence. Hello, Debs, how you doing? What was the live stream you were sending to me the other day? Because anyway, he's a tracksuit. Oh goodness, I've never been in the army now, but yeah, we have to try and just, for example, if you have a certain skill or something that you're into and you're good at it naturally, and then you want to just try and get better at that. You want to keep improving and stuff. I'm all right, thank you, Des. So what was a live stream you were sending me the other day? It's like, I don't know, there's some random live stream or something. Thank you for following you. Anyway, is everyone okay? Hope everyone's having a good day so far. What's that? Yeah, got some personality. Get there, mate. Really? Well, yeah, I can do my Andrew Tate. What color is your Bugatti? I got 30 of them, all different colors. Hello, Beltran. How you doing? Hope you're well today. Welcome in here. Yeah. Um, what's good? Hello, Preggers or Ayo. Good to see you. Well, no idea. Glad you're good though. I don't know. It said that you'd shared somebody's live. Was it like an accident or something? I don't know. Yeah. I was like, oh, who's this? Anyway. Hi, Silver Pigeon. How you doing? Hello, Diane. Hello, My Broken. How you doing today? Hope all is well. Hello, Kyoshi from Jupiter. Oh, you're back. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been. I don't know. Hi, Sheila. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Oh yeah, Vietnam. Um, are we all right today, everybody? It's a bit quiet in here. What does everyone want to talk about then? What's that? I'm Cataline. Is that what you? Is that your name? You mean, or what? Right. Let's get rid of that. Are you up too much today? Not really. There was supposed to be someone coming round to see me today, but then I think they said they weren't well or something or whatever. But so it'll be next week. But yeah, I don't really get people coming round here much. So I don't really have like a lot of friends here. So yeah, can't watch. Just hopped onto like, okay, thank you. No, I mean I'm a cat alien. Okay, 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 whatever. I don't. I don't know. I don't think I look like that. Hello, American taxpayer. Yeah, I'm Somalian. Yeah. Oh no, just get. Oh, you look like this. You look like that. I'm just kind of sick of hearing it. It's just unskippable ads. Well, they actually did that, did they? Is that true, Aussie? Is that true? Let's have a look. Okay, can you just like? I don't know. The comments are just getting a bit ridiculous. Let's fact check it. Vietnam unskippable ads. I did hear somewhere that Venezuela put a ban on some of these phones or something. Is that true? Yeah, it says here Vietnam is banning unskippable ads. So yeah, so it looks like that is true. So that's good because the unskippable ads are annoying. To be fair. Hello, Tyler Durden. I'm from the UK. What about you? Hello, Deepak. Um, hi, Ben Bobson. Fondue. You should just lean into the whole Zelensky thing and go full impersonate mode. Oh, really? I don't know why people keep doing this. It's like become some kind of meme or something. I don't know. People are also doing. People have done like. What is it? People used to say what Harry Kane, Carl Froch. I've heard loads of them. It just gets. I don't know. It's just draining. Red Hot Pyro. How you doing? No more pop-up banner ads on Hub. Oh, really? Huh. Oh, goodness. Hi, Cooper at. Uh, are you into reading? Not really. Are you? Hello, Suzumi. I used to when I was a kid, but I don't know. I ain't really got time for that, you know. It'd take me like probably days to get through like a book or something. I don't know. But it can be good though. I get that because it's about like using your imagination. That's the thing where it's like people watch like a film. It's like you don't use your imagination sort of thing. Make it fun for yourself. What make I don't know. I don't know really. I'm just yeah. I don't know. It's just I don't know how I would even do that really. But if I just keep putting myself out there, then maybe I can just get somewhere. But I'd rather just kind of do my own thing. Really, is how I do things. I mean, people come if they want to watch me. If they don't, sort of thing. It's like they don't have to. But it's like I just kind of try and just build up my platform. Maybe eventually I'll can do well with it, but we'll see. Yeah. I don't want to be into certain contracts and stuff like that. Like if I end up on TV, like maybe I could do one-off things, but I don't want to end up being trapped into some kind of contract on a show or something where I feel like I have to, be part of it, and you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, hope everyone's well today. It's been a bit quiet. So yeah, not really up to much really at the moment. I don't know what's going on. It's just dropped off. Hang on. October 4th is why are you like it's not very good to say that, is it? Right. I don't know what's going on here. Chat seems to have died off. Anyway, whatever. Hi David, how you doing? Welcome in here. Let's have a drink. Got a 30 on my glass because I got it for my 30th birthday. So it was my 30th in July. Yeah. So yeah, how old is everybody in the chat right now? Yeah, tell us about yourself. How old are you all? Thank you for 4G. You're G, I'm top G. What colour is your Bugatti? I can do it with my sunglasses on. You're bottom G, I'm top G. Andrew Tate. $30. Yeah, and it's not really old, is it? I mean, there's people that are like 100. Dick Van Dyke is turned 100 years old in December, I think. Can't believe that it's still alive. Yeah. Hello, Artistry with Jambi. How you doing? Hope you're well today. 30, I would say, is young. Anyway, let's say you're only as old as you feel, as well. Hi, my name is Sky. Oh yeah, you've been here before. Welcome back. Okay, so yeah, hope everyone's doing well. We are growing, and yeah, 4.23K. That's what we're up to now. Hello, Zane. I'm not a Swiftie now. I find Swift a bit annoying, to be honest. I'm 32 but I identify as a 25-year-old. Yeah. Have you seen that old trans age thing? It's kind of creepy because you got like old people like or I don't well, like kind of like people even like 40s, 50s, whatever, like kind of saying that they're identifying as a 10-year-old. It's just it's like that whole kind of like the whole furry thing. It's just kind of creepy, isn't it? A lot of that stuff I find. It's like deviant kind of shit to me. It's like where people are, you know, LARPing as a something else, it's just quite concerning really, isn't it, when people do that. Hello, Augustine. How you doing? Hope you're well. I think it's a bit concerning that people would be like that. It's just this is a thing when I can be down with some elements of like liberalism and trying to be accepting of different people and all that, but then it can get a bit too kind of extreme in certain cases where people think that it's okay to you know do this weird deviant shit, but people say, oh, you're a bigot if you think that that's weird or something. Yeah, I've had that before, Zane. Yeah. So wear a Swifty hat and dance with. Oh god. Hello, dead sailors. Good day, mate. You want to be my parents' son-in-law? Not really. Hi, let's draw together. How you doing? What's your name? Welcome to my live. Hope you're having a great day, everyone. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm just kind of like I do busking and I've not been doing it for a while now. Hello, Emily. How are you doing? Hope you're well. I'll probably just get back into it when the weather warms up and stuff. Can I sing a song? Not right now. Not really in the mood for that right now. I'm looking to move to the UK by the end of the year. What areas do you recommend? Not much of a big city type lad, personally. Yeah, well, there's a lot of places that you could try, but yeah, it's hard to really say. Okay, fair enough, Emily. Are you on the break now or something? So, I don't know really. What would I recommend? It's hard one to say, really. I mean, it's yeah. Depends on when you say you're not really a big city person. There's a lot of places you could choose from. Depends on your budget and things like that. I mean, there's some nice places down Kent. There's some nice places. You know, there's nice places. Say like like also places like Shropshire, like places like the Lake District. There's a whole bunch of different places that you can you know look at really, but you got to find one that's right for you. Really, I don't know what's right for you. You got to look at that yourself, I think, really. Thoughts on Margaret Thatcher? Once she just like, Thatcher the Snatcher, she was a bit of a, I don't know. A lot of people really didn't like her, and I think that she was, did a lot of bad, you could say, in terms of like economically, like that she, yeah, what she did with the mines and stuff, and it was just, I don't know. I know there's some people that say actually Thatcher wasn't that bad or something, and I mean, really? And then there's that whole right to buy scheme, but then apparently that ended up leading to a lot of, um, like a lot of affordable houses going off the market and stuff like that. And I don't know. So what do you think then? Yeah, Hope everyone's having a good day today. Welcome in here. We all right, everyone? Is anyone going to say anything? Hello, Mikey. Hello, Tim McCarthy. How you doing? Hope all is well. Des says Margaret Thatcher, David Cameron, Boris Johnson, which... Oh, God. I mean, we can't be, like, doing that in here, can we? I mean, all politicians are corrupt, really. Let's face it. Whatever side they are on, pretty much these days. Doesn't matter if they're on Labour. Like, they're not really any different, are they? Like, they make out like they're for the working class, but really, well, they're not for the working class, are they? They're just for themselves, pretty much. They're only interested in what what they can get out of it. So they have like bribes and things like that, like corporate donors, you could call it, lobbying, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like I believe there's a deep rabbit hole with that kind of stuff and how much corruption goes on. There's a lot of stuff that we have no idea what they're really planning and all that, really. As I say, we're kept in the dark and fed on bullshit. They're saying that. That's what they're saying. It's just yeah. Is everybody doing all right? Just a bit of fun. What you're saying? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know, guys. Hello, everybody. What happened to the chat? It's gone slow. Maybe it's because like they're on break or something. I don't know. Down to 2 on YouTube now. Sorry if I'm boring anybody, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Hello, Danny. You should do voiceovers for TV commercials. Yeah, people going about my voice, don't they, That, oh, you got a great voice, you should go on TV or something. Well, thank you, I guess. Hello, Erebus, Beyond Blackwall. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you today? Welcome in, what's your name? Just gonna stand up for a minute. Just try and stretch a little. So I'm probably gonna go to the gym later, I think. I don't know if I'll be filming it, but I'm just wondering, like, when they do dips, right? Is bending knees doing dips allowed in a competition or something. I'm just wondering if it's technically like a. So it said it's generally allowed in weighted dip competitions like street lifting, provided it's done to maintain body position, not to generate momentum. Um, yeah, sometimes there's a lot of like swinging going on with like. I remember when I tried doing dips a while ago, it was like terrible form. I used to do like Asha, hello. Views on immigration. I said this earlier that I think there's some good and some bad. It's just yeah. Hello, Jagu. How you doing? Hope you're well. So yeah, so street lifting is like weighted calisthenics stuff. It's like the way they would like do say they'll strap some weight on and they would do like things like dips and pull-ups, stuff like that. What answer? I just said I just said my answer. I think there's good and bad. Like I said, I think there's some good people, some good immigration, like where they're coming here and doing good, but then there can arguably be some that's kind of just like we're talking the other day about. I'm not Danny, know why? There's some that could arguably be lowering wages of because we're talking about competition, increasing competition for wages and stuff like that, and oftentimes the immigrants end up getting the jobs at low wages and stuff, and because they would accept that. So I remember watching some video where they were talking about how that can be one of the issues of this low skilled immigration or something. So talking about this last night. Thank you for the gift, strawberry. Nice one. No, I don't sleep in that outfit now. Just wondering, flat earthers or idiots? Hmm. Yeah, I was like looking into that stuff quite a while ago, and I got involved with it all, but it was just I ended up realizing it was just a lot of bullshit. Don't know how I got in that. It's just like I don't know. It was all a kind of load of crap, really. I don't know. There's still people that believe it. Apparently, there was someone in the other day who's a flat earther. Hi, David. How you doing? Diego says, "I was bit in it, but you're literally talking about it." What? What are you on about? I don't know. Anyway, just finished work. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. What did you get up to then? I mean, like it was just. I mean, I was because I watched some like documentaries on it, and there was things that seemed convincing at the time, but then I speak to. Okay, well, you speak to them, do you? Who are there any prominent ones? It's just like because it seemed to be like when I was looking at it, it's, oh, this is actually like an actual movement or something. Like it's some, you know, legitimate thing. Like, and there's some legitimate. Seemed like there were some legitimate arguments for it, but then a lot of that's just based on ignorance and people just spreading bullshit, basically. It's just because if you haven't like properly researched things, then certain things can seem legitimate. Like, for example, people were saying how you could see things further away than you should be able to, but a lot of that could just be explained by either refraction of light, or maybe they just didn't quite sort of get the distances quite right, and so oftentimes things can seem a certain way, but then if you really look more into it, then you're like, oh, okay, that might explain it more. What are you on about? A lot of flat Earth aliens and UFOs are loads of other things where governments are saying they're from other worlds. In a sense, yes, but they have a religious connotation. What do you mean? I mean, the whole thing with flat Earth, I mean, I could be down with, like, say, aliens, UFOs, but the thing is, right, with the whole UFO thing, I'm like, if there is UFOs, why haven't they never landed? Like, why do we never see them landing on Earth or something? Hello, Shiro, how you doing? Hello, Sherberg, good to see you. How you doing? Hello, Viggy, how you doing? So why haven't aliens landed on Earth? I mean, why are they? I mean, why aren't they? Why don't they ever come down to Earth? It's like, why are they always hovering up in the sky? Like, what are they so afraid of landing on Earth or something? Danny says, yeah, on my other channel, nothing works on flat Earth. 24-hour sun in Antarctica destroys flat Earth. Yeah, no, it's yeah, there was an experiment called what's it called? The final flat Earth experiment, and some people have decided to like go back to the globe Earth, but then there's some people in denial and they even making new conspiracies saying that they're lying and that they're trying to cover it up or whatever. And it just gets ridiculous when they won't even trust when someone actually disproves it because then they're thinking that, oh, they must be some shill or something. I mean, that's you know that someone's willing to actually like admit that they were wrong and then they're being accused of lying, like I don't get it. Like, why would someone? I mean, it's like, oh, but there must be a government shill or something, but they can't explain that, you know. At least on their version of a flat Earth, where they wouldn't be able to have a 24-hour sun, because according to their theory, where the sun is a spotlight, why would you have a 24-hour sun then? In that case, yeah. Even the whole thing of sunsets doesn't really make sense. It's like the thing is, right, I'm down with some like conspiracy stuff. I talk some conspiracy stuff on here, but it's like that's where you go off the deep end where it's like when you start talking things like, oh, thank you for subscribing. But when you're talking like flat earth and then other things like transvestigations and what else is there? Um Celebrities are replaced by clones or something like that. This is where you go off the deep end into like crazy territory, you know? That is goes from like actual, skepticism to like being just a denialist. Hello, smart boy. Just a denialist, denying reality, basically. So I used to have a channel where I talked about fucking conspiracies all the time, and you get some really ridiculous people looking back. And the problem is sometimes people would, reject proven treatments for cancer, for example, because they're skeptical of it because that's how deep down, and that's the danger of going too deep into the rabbit hole where you have a cancer diagnosis and then you're like, oh no, I'm just going to try and go down the naturopathic route or something. It's like, no. I mean, there's a time for naturopathic medicine. I do believe that a lot of times it can be better than big pharma. I'm not a big fan of big pharma generally, but there's times where there is proven medicines that can help at least keep you going for a while longer. It's just some of these people would probably be still with us if they'd have took the treatments that they were offered. So that's the danger of that. I'm looking to do a conspiracy stream soon and would love you to be there. Oh, really? All right. Well, yeah. So what, you starting one on your own page? I've been doing a lot of stuff on my own page, so it's just whether I get time for that. But yeah, but think about it. I mean, it's just all about kind of like just staying level-headed with it all. That's what it taught me, is that you have to just stay level-headed when it comes to these things, because there's a lot of misinformation. There's misinformation on conspiracy side. There's misinformation on the mainstream side. We have to look at what the truth is objectively, and not base it off some kind of emotion, or you want to auto hoax everything because you want to believe everything's a conspiracy. I mean, that's just delusion then. Hello, Josh. No, I don't. I used to play some games on Xbox, but I'd never played COD. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to have a look, really. But I remember I used to get somebody on my live streams a while ago who would talk about, he would kind of like, some might see him as like an antagonist to like conspiracies and stuff, but it did seem like he was on there to try and kind of be the opponent or something. Because some of the people I would get on would like sort of disagree with all of his takes on stuff. Yeah, I've had that before about Zelensky. I mean, I've heard it a million times already. Oh, goodness. Anyway. But yeah, I remember there was this channel that I actually met up with a guy from, 'cause he actually lived where I used to live. And it was got a channel called, well, I think he's still around, called Conspiracy Cats. And I actually met up with him. We played a game of pool, and yeah, he's still, well, he's called Conspiracy Tunes now, but yeah, he's got a pretty big channel, 80K subs. Like, he's yeah, I don't think he's getting as many views these days. I guess it's just the whole kind of flat Earth stuff has died off. Like, Hoa Kua, how are you doing? But yeah, he used to get like quite a lot of views on his videos and stuff. So one of my ex's, whose name was Danny, as I already told you, passed a comment on my girlfriend while we both were talking down the street. I wasn't able to tolerate that at all. What? What the hell? Yeah, Conspiracy Cats FTFE is a friend of mine. If you've heard of him, I've heard of him, but I remember there were some people that were skeptical about his. I don't know, because he was like some disabled veteran or something like that. Something like that, if I remember. But what's that? Really authentic story that occurred in my life. Since that day, he always called me sir. Oh, really? I don't know. I'm getting confused now. But, well, I remember like talking with Conspiracy Cats about some other stuff, and he said that he's kind of like down with some conspiracies. Because I remember he even said on his page a while ago, entertaining good conspiracy theories and ridiculing the bad ones or something like that. So he's quite open-minded, and is yeah, he was like decent to talk to, and not really someone who's just gonna like, yeah, because some people could be quite sort of also quite dogmatic in their views and stuff, and it seemed pretty open-minded. Yeah, what's that? Neha Singh. I'm from the UK. Where are you from? Am I a high schooler? Do I look like a high schooler? Yeah. Nah, but I used to live in Blackburn. I mean, it's not too far from Manchester, but yeah, if I was from Manchester, I'd talk like that, wouldn't I? You know that, mate? From Manny. Yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? You know that, mate? No, from Blackburn, that was where I think Conspiracy Cats was from around there. You hear like kind of similar accent, really. If I remember, he's like a school teacher, and because it was like, I think he started it with his channel to try and do like lessons for like children and stuff. It's just I do feel like the whole flat Earth thing, it can be good in some ways that like because if it wasn't for people being skeptical, then people wouldn't really understand. A lot of people wouldn't understand why it is that we know that it's not flat. It's like a lot of people just take things for granted, don't they? Because when you look around you, it kind of does look flat, as in like when, especially when you're out at sea, it just all around you it looks flat. It's like you got, it's like because you're only on a small bit of it, so you can't really you can only see a small bit of it. I mean, so a lot of people just take things for granted. They don't really think every day about um, how do I know that it's not flat kind of thing. They just kind of that's what they've been told. They just take it for granted. So in a way, it's good to challenge that. It's good to question everything. Question why is it that I know it's not such a thing? That way, we don't just kind of just believe something just because that's what we've heard. Because that can be dangerous when we just blindly accept authority. And that's what a lot of people do is they hear something from authorities, whether that's the government, whether that's some media source or whatever, and they see them as some kind of authority and they just blindly accept it. What's that? Fernie, your English accents are my best music. Oh, really? Fernie says, accurate. I'm from Manchester. We have the worst accent. Oh, you're from Manchester, are you? You all right, mate? Fernie? Fernie Wernie? Yeah. Yeah, our kid. Like, they all sound quite, well, not all of them, but a lot of them sound quite chavvy. Oh, Berkshire. Oh, yeah, Windsor. I remember, like, people like Ricky Gervais. I noticed, I think it might be because it's like maybe a bit of like the older generation of like people from Berkshire, like Reading area. For some reason, there's a slight kind of hint of West Country in the accent. I don't know about because I remember looking into this and it backs me up on that. I noticed there's a slight hint of West Country, even though it's technically not really West Country, but it's like but it apparently changed more to like a London accent now with the younger people. But some of the older people had a slight kind of West Country kind of twang. I don't know. Does anyone notice that? Like they tend to kind of like roll their R's a bit more like a West Country person or something like that. Just kind of noticed there's a slight kind of hint of that. Not far from Reading, about 15 miles. Yeah. Well, Windsor, isn't that more to the east of that something? Isn't that more towards London, if I remember? I know you've got like Windsor Castle in it and all that, but yeah, yeah. Sounds like, is it quite posh though? It sounds like a posh place, but I bet it's probably not as posh as it sounds. I don't know. It's probably, you would think of Windsor because you think Windsor Castle or something, and it sounds like a posh place. It's like even say York. York has its rough bits as well. Everywhere's got its rough bits. Like probably even Oxford and Cambridge, they probably all have them as well. Hi Jen, how you doing? But I find accents can be quite a fascinating thing because how they can vary and they can, yeah, yeah. East of Reading, about 6 miles from M25, right? Yeah, cool. Yeah, it looks like reading, doesn't it? I remember like my grandma used to say this, like, why is it pronounced reading? It's reading. That's the kind of thing with the English language, isn't it? It's like the word thread. It's not threed. I don't know. It's a confusing one, isn't it? The English language, very inconsistent. Windsor is nice, but then you go to the other side of Windsor called Deadworth, and it's a shithole. Well, clues in the name, isn't it? Deadworth. Yeah. It's like there's a place called Grimsby because it's grim, you know. There's a place called Scunthorpe because it sounds scum, like Scumthorpe, you know. Yeah. I don't know, guys, but yeah. Yeah, I thought Danny was. I thought you said you was going. So I don't know. It's just sometimes people say, "Oh, I've got to go" or something like that, and then they're still here and stuff. But yeah, Grimsby is the worst. It's one of the worst places I've ever been. I mean, Burnley's probably up there as well. Burnley is, yeah, one of them as well, I guess. I mean, Blackburn was a shithole as well, to be fair. Hello, Chips. I'm, what gender am I? I'm, what is it? I'm a 3. Smart Boy says, Danny, after looking at your photo, first I thought you'd be a kind of guy who who is so egotistic in nature, but after seeing your PFP and your main account, I believe you're so nice. Oh yeah. Well, looks can be deceiving, innit? First impressions can be deceiving. Let's say people like make their mind up about like 10 seconds or something after seeing you or something like that. Oh, thank you, Danny. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Uh, so I'm just wondering, Danny, is there actually any conspiracies that you do believe in or think are plausible at least? Hi, Tiger. How you doing? I remember there was this conspiracy, what do they call it, triangle, whatever, or pyramid, where it had like things that have actually happened at the bottom, and as you go further up, it gets more into speculation, and then at the top, it becomes like leaving reality, then to like reality denial or something. Hi, Nis Robo. Oh, thank you. Danny is my big B for today. IDK about tomorrow, though. Let me be first clear about it. All right. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you two should get together or something. I don't know. Um, Barbara, thank you for the likes. How are you today? Hope you're well. If you give me attention, then be ready to face my weird comments or just ignore me, as many guys do. All right. Oh, Doyle Rules, good to see you. How you doing? You had a look at the existentialism iceberg. I've not seen that now. Oh yeah, 7-Eleven was a part-time job. Yeah, that was one I've heard. Yeah, yeah. No conspiracies per se, but there is something with the 9/11 I scratch my head about. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. 9/11 is it's a JFK as well. I find there's something off with all that thing as well because I think the whole JFK thing because he was quite outspoken about like he seemed to actually maybe be one of you could say maybe he was one of the good ones that he was gotten rid of sort of thing. Um, yeah, there's a lot of these people who if they actually try to speak out and then they've got a target on their back. Then thank you for the follow, Barbara. So what's the existentialism iceberg about? It's like I'll have to have a look and see that as it existentialism iceberg. Well, there was a thing with 9/11 where somebody, like from BBC, I think, they were reporting it and saying Building 7 had collapsed, even though it was still there. But then their excuse was that it was because apparently it was, there was some mix up in the reporting or something like that. Just seemed a bit kind of, I don't know, almost like there was some prior knowledge of it happening or something. So what's this? Yeah, existentialism iceberg. A lot to get through on that though. Because that's the thing with icebergs, you only see about 10-20% of the iceberg, and then the rest of it is like under the surface. I mean, I don't know. It's you could be God without knowing us at the bottom. Was it heaven and hell don't exist, but it's all just an endless void. Um, Everyone and everything around you just exists in your mind. Yeah, I mean, I've had that before where thinking about like solipsism and how do I know that anything else exists outside of me, kind of thing. Um, yeah, it's just like I've had all these thoughts before on like kind of what if I am God, or what if I am everything and everything else is just a figment of my imagination? That could then make you feel quite lonely in this world. If I had this idea, what if I created everything else? What if I was God and I created everything else to make, and then come into this reality to not feel lonely? How about that, eh? I had that theory before about it's all just a way of entertaining me to not feel lonely because this world is a. So I limited myself into like a human existence so that I could pretend like that there's so I created a bunch of programs and then so I could forget about who I am as this kind of, creator that but I can't actually, maybe I couldn't create life or something, but I could pretend that there's other consciousness in the universe, and really it's just solipsism and just that I am God at the same time, and I don't know. Okay, what you've got a guy who's a conspiracy theorist, have you, or something? Like, I'd have to go and check out your channel. So what is it? At Danny Turner 07. I'll just check it out. Let me just do a search filter or something. I mean, hang on a sec. I've not typed it correctly. So yeah, hang on. Bear with me a second. Yeah, see, just like a kind of up and coming sort of channel. They're doing like debates and stuff like that, and yeah. So there's one here about Piers Morgan and Andrew Wilson versus three feminists. Hello, February 7. How are you doing? I think the problem when you get like certain things, like you get feminists versus like men's rights activists, for example, I just feel like both groups are polarized and that they're. I think we've got to try and see each other's side of point of view. I mean, like because sometimes both sides have points, like valid points, and each side wants to feel like they are the most like oppressed or something like that, and we have to try and just drop our egos or whatever, or not drop them, but just keep our egos in check and stuff like that, and accept that we could be wrong on certain things, and we also need to like just be open to each other's perspectives is what I'm saying. Engineering professor, oh really? I'm not a Tommy Robinson fan now. He's a big conspiracy theorist, believe me, and he's also a good friend of mine. Oh really? Who is it? Are you being secretive about it or something? How many of the like top ones do you think are like frauds? Because some people are saying that like some people are grifters trying to just use it as a way to make money and get clout and stuff like that. I do think there's a lot out there that are just trying to use that stuff as a way to yeah, it's true. I'm doing more reacts to men's rights and feminism. So yeah, I think there's a balance that we can have where it's just it's like you get these type of debates that are designed to be polarizing and divisive. So yeah. What are your thoughts on Andrew Tate? I mean, you probably don't like him, I'm guessing, because he's a bit of a, you know, I was doing my Andrew Tate impression before, like, if you ain't working 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, you ain't a real man. Real men work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. That's bare minimum. That's how I got rich. Work, work, work. God put us on this planet to hustle and grind every hour of the day. If you ain't working, you're a beta. Alphas never stop working. Oh, God. Hello, Nadia. How you doing? Hope all is well. What's what's everyone saying? Um, all right, we got someone, the pro, saying this is even below bottom G. Step it up. What you on about? I was just doing some impression and like, yeah. What inspired? Why are people like? I don't know. You nailed that Andrew Tate. He's a touchy subject for me, but if you wanted my true answer, I'm not a fan of him. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely because there's a lot of guys that are really like into him for some reason. I guess it's just in some cases, like maybe he did inspire and motivate some people, but like I feel like the overall kind of effect that he's had has turned a lot of guys into just hyper materialism and just focusing on gaining material wealth over any actual substance in life and like friendship and relationship, just kind of becoming so focused on just that side of things. And the thing is, how he got his wealth was not, you know, very good in my opinion. Like he started off doing the cam girl thing, and then he started, selling overpriced crap that doesn't probably help a lot of people. From what I've heard, that doesn't really help a lot of people. Don't make me crash out. What you on about? They exploit men. I saw many men being exploited by their women. Who are you talking about? Although every what's that? Yeah, not every woman's the same. Yeah, but like there is a case, but then obviously men can be guilty of exploiting as well in some cases, and it's just I've come to realize that human nature can be brutal sometimes. There's some people that are just merciless, and yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. I would say like Alex. I'd probably say that they're both probably just as bad in their own way. I mean, are you joking? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I was doing my Donald Trump impression as well. Look at this. What is wrong with Andrew Tate? I think he's a great guy. I mean, the way he's motivates all the young guys. He's telling them what they need to hear and not what they want to hear. I love Andrew Tate. He's a really great guy. Smart Boy says, "Danny, are you married by any chance? Why you want Danny?" Um. Oh yeah, that is really quite fucked up, isn't it, Alex? That is. Yeah. That. Yeah. I don't know. Uh, yeah. What other impressions can I do? Well, Danny, seeing as though yeah, you're a sciencey guy, you'll know straight away who I'm doing an impression of. And I think that's absolutely wonderful. The Earth formed billions of years ago. There's Brian Cox. Yeah. Danny means you're dating someone, right? I don't know much about your culture, lol. Already. Thank you for follow mercy. How you doing? Hope you're well today. Yes, Sean Connery is like a kind of posh Scottish accent, isn't it? Like Edinburgh. When you think of Edinburgh, you think of it's more posh, that kind of thing. We follow traditional culture over here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay, take care. Yeah. I was doing, David Dickinson. I can't believe he's still going. David Dickinson's Real Deal. Where he'd go like, "Will they take it to auction or no?" It's like, "Will they take the offer or will they take it to auction? We'll find out after the break." uh, was Scooby Dooby? Do I don't know how you do that one. That kind of sounded a bit like Yoda or something. I don't know. Oh, Kamala Harris. Oh yeah, Kamala. Yeah. Hey, Joe Biden. Boy raises Scranton, Pennsylvania. Or but in the more raised, but in the you know the thing is it well more. um. All right. Oh yeah. Yoda. Was it? Message from the dark side. There's. Like I don't know. I just for some reason it sounds a little bit like Scooby Doo. I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that? I don't know. I got kind of like. Um, let's see if anyone else has said that. I don't know. Yeah, it's like the saying about the distinct, somewhat gravelly, high pitched, and breathy voices created by puppeteer Frank Oz with Yoda's backward speech pattern, object, subject, verb, added to the unique sound. So, but speaking of resemblances, has anyone ever noticed that Mark Zuckerberg kind of looks like Data from Star Trek. Even he acts like him as well with his robotic kind of thing, doesn't he? It's almost like Mark Zuckerberg is like a kind of it's almost like Data's like a predictive program for Mark Zuckerberg. It's kind of creepy in a way. Um, dude, David Attenborough. What would it let me just put into Chat GPT and see what just something that David Attenborough would say. Let me just go on there real quick and um yeah, like a David Attenborough speech. Anyway, here in the early hours of the morning, we find ourselves observing one of the most curious creatures on earth, the human being preparing for work. Notice how it hovers over a glowing rectangular device, emitting soft groans as it scrolls through the messages of little consequence. The human rises slowly, much like a weary glacier. It moves toward the sacred watering hole, known to locals as the coffee machine, upon which its survival for the day entirely depends. Without this dark, steaming liquid, the creature is lethargic, confused, and prone to staring blankly into space. As the day progresses, we make this remarkable animal gather in small groups, communicating in a complex language made up largely of acronyms, complaints, and the occasional nervous laugh. They call this ritual a meeting. Its purpose remains something of a mystery to even the most seasoned observers. Yet, despite its flaws, the human is a resilient and fascinating species capable of a great creativity, remarkable kindness, and occasionally sending an email that actually contains all the necessary information, a rare sight indeed. And so, as the sun sets, we leave our human once once more in its natural habitat, the sofa, preparing to repeat this extraordinary cycle again tomorrow. There we go. Hello, bureau, pseudo bureaucracies. Yeah. And here we see the gerbil-haired creature announcing to the masses. What do you mean, gerbil? What's gerbil? I don't know. To answer your question, it depends who you're talking to. If it's your mate, you'll phrase words and sentences one way, and for anyone else, you would do it the opposite. What you're saying about like being like a chameleon or something? Some people like chameleons where they act differently around different people. So I remember because I was talking about authenticity a while ago and like how basically like how some people were saying, well, if you're different around different people, then does that mean you're inauthentic or something like that? As in, because, but I would just say that you show a different side of you depending on who you're with, whether it's around your family, your friends, whatever. Doesn't You could argue, well, that's not like being kind of like inherently fake. It's just you're just showing a different side of you. It's all you, just a different just a different kind of side of you. Because we can be like multi-dimensional beings in a sense of like we don't have to just be one way all the time. We can change depending on who we're talking to. We can around certain people we can laugh and have a you know whereas some people we would be more serious. We're more then we can be kind of more informal around certain people, whereas we're more formal around others. If you get me, so yeah. Hello, Interstellar Nomad. How you doing? Uh, yeah, interesting name, Interstellar Nomad. How are you today? Yeah, welcome in here. Hope everyone's well. So, where are you from again, Danny? But yeah, it's like I don't know if it's like the autistic thing where I just mimic voices. I've always kind of mimicked different accents, different voices, and things like that. That's what I like to do. Is just be kind of. That's probably why I got good with imitating certain voices just by constant repetition and like some people call it echolalia, where you just like to repeat words or sentences, and it gets to a point where you can get so good at it where it sounds pretty much just like the person that you're imitating. I even imitate like people that I know sometimes. Even my own mother, of all people, I've learned the different kind of idiosyncrasies and stuff. So I'm quite good at analyzing stuff like that and people's different mannerisms and things like that, and kind of able to kind of take that on. And yeah, the best kind of people are the ones who can laugh at themselves without everyone in the room laughing with them, if that makes sense. What you're trying to say, like, hello, Josh. The best kind of people are the ones who can laugh at themselves without everyone in the room laughing with them. What you're saying is that I don't know what you're trying to get at there. Like KFC, I love KFC, but I wish you said McDonald's because I love McDonald's way more. McDonald's is by far my favorite fast food restaurant. It's like they call it a restaurant, right? I mean, it just makes it sound better, doesn't it? Like, would you really call it a restaurant? I mean, technically, I guess you could argue it is. Hello, Leon. But then it's like, isn't it more like it's almost like a takeaway in a sense because sometimes people go to takeaways and then they eat in. So it's like, what's the difference? It's like a more I would call it more a fast food takeaway because some takeaways people sit inside. They don't always take away. So I don't know. It's just eat in or take away. Whereas restaurants, it's like you're supposed to eat in them. That's the whole thing. Unashamed to be themselves. Yeah, I get that. It's like the ability to just kind of yeah, just be unapologetically you, regardless of who's around to watch. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. Um, I've got an ear infection. I'm sad. Oh no, that's not good. I once had an eye infection. That was I was just thinking about it, like with they had to put like eye drops in. It was nasty. Like when you no, I don't like that. Yeah, yeah. That could be like a way of torturing somebody, couldn't it? I remember there was this thing, I think it was some torture device where they just kept dripping water on people. Like pink eye, I don't know. I think it might have been like conjunctivitis or something like that. I'm not too sure. It was just like I just remember there was a lot of pus and a lot of yellow, kind of what's pink eye? I don't know, isn't I've never I can't really remember much about it, but just even thinking about that stuff. No, there was like a yeah, probably be conjunctivitis. Oh god, Yeah, that's sometimes when you got hay fever, it can feel like that as well when you get like the crusts in your eyes and stuff. I was a comedian once, but I had to stop doing that because people kept laughing at me. Oh yeah, that's a joke, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Hello, Star Viper. How you doing? I got an eye infection when it swells up. It's agonizing. Oh no, that's not good. Is Danny still there, or is he gone? Anyway, how's my day? Not too bad, thank you. Welcome back. Yeah, not too bad. I've just got to 4.24K now, so we're growing. Yeah. Oh, speaking of I'll tell you a funny story, right? Hello, Beryl. So my dad was working on like doing up a mini, I think, and he was spray painting it, but he ended up getting the spray in his eye somehow, and so he had to put like a patch on his eye. So before he got back home, they said to me, when he comes in, shout multi-car, multi-car, because remember Admiral Multicar with the pirate thing with the eye patch. Why do pirates have eye patches? What's that all about anyway? Let me see this. Why do uh, pirates wear eye patches? Let's see what that's about. Because yeah, it's something about night vision. It says pirates likely wore eye patches to preserve night vision, allowing them to instantly see below deck by flipping the patch from their sun adjusted eye to their dark adapted eye, avoiding the 20 to 25 minutes needed for the eyes to adjust to darkness. This prevented temporary blindness during combat. Though some eye patches also covered actual injuries or disfigurements, as the Mythbusters showed, Mythbusters confirmed the plausibility of the vision trick, even if historical proof is sparse. So there we go. So yeah, you learn something new every day. So yeah, I hope you're all well anyway, people. Yeah, yeah. What is it? The joke about like I was addicted to brake fluid. No, sorry, I know someone that was addicted to brake fluid. They can stop any time. Uh, I was reading a book about anti gravity, and I couldn't put it down. um, yeah, I might restart the live soon because it's gone a bit slow. Yeah, I might start up a new one, guys. Actually, I might just have a quick something to eat and then come back. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes.